Range Rover Sport is already one of our most in-demand vehicles. This one, for the Range Rover aficionado, and certainly for fans of our collection, well, you'll know that this is one of our favourites. In fact, in the modern sense, there are very few vehicles which come to mind as immediately as a Range Rover SVR in terms of all-round ability. It's the kind of vehicle which has the engine, the sound, you could argue even the performance of a supercar in some cases, but with huge amounts of space, a fantastic ride, acres of room in the back as well for luggage, and of course the kind of ride quality and interior design which you would expect from a Range Rover. Particularly these days though, one of the biggest advantages of them is price. A huge saving, it has to be said, over what they were when new. This exact car, despite having covered 6,000 less miles than the average for a 2017 SVR such as this one is, that's 47,000 on the clock, which is a drop in the bucket for a 5-litre supercharged V8, is under £35,000. It still of course has that option of low deposit financing as well, and being finished in a very rare choice of colour adds to its appeal as well. In fact, it makes those blue brake calipers pop even more, certainly against the choice of black wheels, black Santorini roof, and as mentioned, that quite rare choice of Polaris white. The vast majority of SVRs are of course finished in blue, so it really is nice to see something a little different and still very, very classy indeed. As you would hope for, of course, it has a full service history to its name, still has its original 2 keys intact, and around 10 grand's worth of optional extras when new, including heated seats, adaptive cruise control, a 1700 watt Meridian signature reference sound system, carbon pack inside as well, along with those very comfortable and certainly fantastic looking sports seats as well, heads up display, 360-degree surround camera, soft closing doors. In terms of security, it's also been fitted with a ghost immobilizer as well. Of course, it has that touchscreen display, it even comes with tow assist if you were to use it as a holiday vehicle, adaptive xenon lights with LED day runners as well, auxiliary inputs with Bluetooth, premium navigation, in-control Wi-Fi. It almost goes without saying, but of course that active sports exhaust, as you heard at the start of the video, of course, triple zone climate control, ISOFIX prepped seats if you want to absolutely terrify the kids on the school run, and of course to go back to the centerpiece of the SVR, that engine, a supercharged 5-litre V8 shared with Jaguar's top-tier performance cars as well, such as the F-Type SVR, a 542 horsepower, 503 foot-pound of torque monster of an engine, the end result of which is quite remarkably that these are actually quicker off the line, due mainly to that 4-wheel drive system, than the Jaguar XKR with that same engine, a 4.5 second 0 to 60 time, and even a top speed of 162 miles an hour. At the same time though, on a motorway you can actually exceed 30 miles per gallon from that engine, which for a Range Rover with any engine is already good territory, but with a supercharged supercar level engine, that's all the more impressive. Once again, for under £35,000, it is a massive amount of car, and in retrospect, you could spend that kind of money for a non-SVR Range Rover, so to have that extra performance, the extra soundtrack, and certainly being one of the most desirable vehicles Land Rover or Range Rover have ever built, well, that's a lot of car for the money. So of course, you could reach out about this SVR via the email address shown here on screen, or give us a call on 01749 871 155, or via our mobile number of 07482 267 439.